Hello and welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I am going to react to the 7th episode from House of the Dragon Season 2. First of all, I want to say, if you want early access to the finale next week, you can check out my Patreon, the link is in the description, and there I have the early access tier. If you subscribe to that tier, you can instantly see the episode on Monday, and there's also an uncut reactions tier, and there you can see my full reaction to all the episodes. So the hour-long reactions are under that tier, so subscribe to it if you want to see them. And if you don't, that's also completely fine because I already really appreciate you guys being here and watching House of the Dragon with me. Maybe consider subscribing if you're not subscribed yet, that would also really help me out. And yeah, last week's episodes, again, just like the one before that, not a lot happened. Like a little more happened than the episode before, but I felt like they all like put it in the last 10 minutes. First of all, Adam, I remembered his name because last week I was like, yeah, the brother's Alan, but what's his name? And I was just constantly like, the brother. His name is Adam. Also, I absolutely love the actor. I found him on Instagram and he's just spamming with all this behind the scenes content and just the way you can see in every picture how happy he is, and it's just like, it's giving a lot of positive energy. So I started following him and yeah, I think I like him even more now. So that is one thing I'm very excited for, that storyline. Of course, Rhaenyra flew off on Cyrex at the end of the episode. So yeah, I think she's gonna like confront him. I think we saw something in like promo pics already of that. But yeah, I'm very curious how that's gonna go. Yeah, we had the Miss Zarya and Rhaenyra kiss in the end. And honestly, I don't get why people are making such a big deal out of it. I was just like, oh, nice kiss. And then people are going crazy over it and hate rating on IMDb. And I'm just like, get over yourself. If she had kissed a man, you wouldn't even be bothered by it. So yeah, I don't really understand why people are this pathetic. So yeah, I'm not gonna give these people any more attention. I just thought it was a nice kiss. Yeah, and for the rest, you had Jace running around looking pretty. I hope he's gonna like do something soon as well, because honestly people are making jokes about it, and I read that the actor is quite uncomfortable with that because he was just really hoping to perform Jace well for the audience, and I feel kind of bad for him because he is performing him well. I just think it's the writing because he's not doing a lot, you know, he's just standing there being pretty, and I'm not blaming the actor at all, but I just kind of hope to see a bit more of Jace, you know, as well. Already doing a way too long intro, I should just start watching this, so let's watch the episode. Oh! Oh, instantly this confrontation. Oh, that's cool. Oh, chills. Oh, poor Adam. He ended up in a world he didn't expect.
I had no design upon it. What do you want? To learn the ways of dragon riders.
Aww.
And to serve my queen.
I mean, I didn't expect anything else, but still. Well, Rhaenyra, you got what you wanted. A new dragon rider. Cyrex is so cute.
You kneel quickly! This dragon came to me, not I to him. I have sweated blood in service of House Velaryon. I may appear lowborn, but I know much and more of service. And if the gods call me to greater things, who am I to refuse them?
Okay, he knows how to talk.
What is your parentage?
My mother was a shipwright.
Is he gonna say...
My father is...
Corlys?
No one of consequence.
Any of House Targaryen? You have done something I feared impossible. Adam of Hull. I'm glad of it. Do you think you can get him to Dragonstone?
I can try.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Nice. I love that for Adam because he kept saying to his brother like, we can have more, you know, and now he's the one who did that.
I wish to go out, Sir Ricard. To the Kingswood, I think. No retinue.
Then your handmaidens?
No handmaidens. Just you.
What are they for? The block or the crow cage?
The wall. The Prince Regent is merciful.
We are all talking about Aemond, right? Aemond hides it better, but he's more cruel than Aegon.
Rumour of the sighting of the dragon sea smoke with the rider. Actually, I thought I might seek your advice. Whispers being your province.
Who is this rider?
Less clear, but it must surely be the Lady Rhaena. She was wanted for a dragon all her life.
Indeed, but she tried already.
Yeah, I get why they think that.
Beast sea smoke very nearly devoured her. Who else? Where did you hear it?
My squire, a fisherman, whose shipmate claims he saw it.
Perhaps this is one of those whispers best left to the wind.
For now, if you're not that sure. Damn, Aemond showed mercy and sent them to the wall. What is Corlys gonna think when he sees Adam there?
What of the rider? Do we know who he is?
In your employ, Lord Hag.
Commoner, the lowborn cannot go around seizing dragons. Has the thief been secured?
Thief.
She wishes him to be instructed in the art of dragon riding, and I should teach him some high Valyrian.
Save that he is lowborn. What say you, Lord Hand?
We will await the Queen's accounting.
And let's just wait until Corlys sees him, you know?
Sea Smoke chose him. He surely has Targaryen blood in him somewhere. There will be others. We will find riders for Vermithor and Silver.
You trust this man?
What choice do I have? He has a dragon.
Yeah, I don't think Seasmoke would be like, if she doesn't trust him, like, okay, then let's just go with him, you know?
I once worked in a pleasure house. Generations of Targaryen princelings had their revels. There are sure to be more.
There has to be so many Targaryen bastards, actually.
You speak of the lowborn, but in the highborn houses there is an ancient fealty. There is honor.
Your royal half-brothers, Aegon and Aemond, whose blood is pure, who wage war against you.
Yeah.
Common shipwright vows to serve you while your brothers seek to destroy you. The order of things has changed, your grace.
For 20 years, the lords of this realm levied insults at my sons behind my back. Well then, let us raise an army of bastards.
Oh, shit.
My lord,
My lord.
I wish to ask for leave to relinquish my part as a shipwright in your service. There are good men and strong who can take my place.
Your leave is granted. Well done.
Good boy. How's Tully? Oh my god. Every time I see Daemon again, I'm just like, do we have to watch this? Oh yeah, true. That was happening though. I hope it's just not gonna be Daemon on drugs anymore.
But the Crown congratulates you on your ascension to Lord Paramount in the Riverlands. Truly glorious. Well done.
Well done.
You were quick enough to dismiss me before.
You're of no significance to me then. Now, you have a decision to make. Presume it is clear to you which is the right one.
It does seem to me that you've made rather a mess here, countenancing barbarities in the Queen's name.
The way even a child is seeing this.
House Tully swore an oath to King Viserys. We recognize the authority of the named heir, Queen Rhaenyra, and your own as her king consort.
I was told they would come to heel when House Tully declared its allegiance.
And there is another problem. They'll hate you.
I don't need their love. I need their swords.
The River Lords await.
Come along, Lord Oscar.
I feel like Oscar's not really having it. But also, does he really have a choice?
Let us put all the old unpleasantness behind us.
Be welcome, my lords. I know I'm not the man my grandsire was, but I hope to begin well and go on from there.
You have been summoned here as his bannermen. Answer his call.
No more traitor to his land than you, Willem Blackwood.
Oh, this again.
I agree. I am young.
And I have no love for Daemon Targaryen. He has dishonored himself and the crown with his comportment here.
Nevertheless, experienced,
He's like this little brat.
I see no reason to cast aside loyalty, no matter how loathsome I may find her representative, the Prince King.
He's really clear in his hate for Daemon. Oh, I like him. I thought he was like a scared little boy.
Will you have our army or not?
Slay.
and the word of my house stands, even if certain people are unworthy of it.
Simon is like...
But he is perhaps not wrong. I may have been a touch enthusiastic in pursuing my aims.
You think?
The old ways call for justice to be done.
Yeah. Justice has been done. Who bent the knee to the usurper have been brought to heel. And now we unite.
I accept you as my vassal, Willem Blackwood, but I am Lord Paramount of all river houses, and there is only one answer for the crimes you visited upon your neighbors.
I did only what His Grace required of me.
It is true that you did not have to pursue such savagery. You did it because you wanted to.
Speaks truly.
Seize him.
Oh.
Your Grace command them. I've only served you.
If His Grace wishes to show contrition for his acts, he must now rectify his grievous error, denounce your crimes, and dispense justice.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. my god! For real? Oh! What the hell? The goat again. I think people explained what the goat represented, but I kind of forgot. Gotta look it up again. Here we go again. Sarah's is back.
What is this? I never wanted it. I was right not to. All that pain it caused crushes whoever wears it. You always wanted it, Damon. Do you want it still?
What happens if he takes this from a vision? Oh, is Arron walking? Damn, his ear. Jesus. Yeah, does he even notice?
Alan.
Are they gonna try to make him a dragon rider too?
Tasks that need your personal attention. The Queen requires ships at her service in King's Landing.
No, I think he's too valuable there with the ships.
Have them wait just outside the harbor. Has found a new rider for one of her dragons.
I've heard tell of it.
The rider is your brother. Our people are of old Valyria. We are no dragon lords. Knew little of your mother's heritage. If it is something in the blood.
My brother was ever restless, yearning for some sign of his worth. I am of Salton Sea. I yearn for nothing else.
Oh, they're leaving there. Also, I read that the dragon who had been there was probably Sheep Stealer. I didn't know anything about that dragon, but I read some stuff about it and... Maybe she's gonna, like, tame Sheep Stealer. Tame Bond, however you call it, you know. Breanna is curious. I mean, they do need more dragon riders if they can, like, slowly gather them.
I will retire now, Sir Rickard.
When does your grace mean to return to the city?
I'm not yet certain I do.
She's done with all the shit.
Good night.
Alison's so real for that, like, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna live in a little cabin in the woods. Just a tent, actually.
You were enthusiastic enough when Sir Stefan made his claim.
He was the Lord Commander of your Queen's Guard. These people
Jacaerys,
are
Jesus.
Jace.
Like, his only story this entire season is just being pissed at his mom and being pretty.
Know well what is at stake. If any may lay claim to it, what are we then?
Maybe stop making so many bastards then.
What else would you have me do? Fly against Vhagar myself? Or perhaps you will fly against her on Vermax? With these riders, we can end a needless war. I may take my rightful place on my father's throne.
And when you die?
You are my heir.
What's the problem?
Did you think I would have dark hair? When you took Harwin Strong into your bed, did you think I might favour him, or did it not cross your mind? Yet I may argue my legitimacy to succeed you because I have a dragon. And now you say you'll strip that from me too.
So that's what this is about?
I mislike all of this.
Then don't pursue it.
But there is, like, no other choice.
Say that which the gods have laid before me.
Do whatever you must to see that it finds her.
Who? Oh, maybe the girl they sent there to give her, like, new instructions or something.
From the Queen.
Yeah. Oh, what now? There's a new plan. Oh, is this to get the bastards? Yeah, there is some silver-haired people there.
You won't believe this.
Oh, hello. Didn't think we'd see him again.
Oh, they won't take you anyway. They're looking for Targaryen bastards.
See, I said it.
This is it. Queen's own handmaid is here, spreading the word.
Because I'd have been first in line if it wasn't for my injury. Because my leg hasn't been the same
You touched and claim a dragon.
A chance to stick it to Eamon.
And claim a dragon.
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 No, I can't be sure it's all true.
So he's just telling this to everyone?
That you've been drinking at the expense of all these good people for a fiction.
Damn.
Oh, can I see a little glimmer?
There he is! Yes! One for Ulf, the Dragon Lord! The Dragon Lord!
Okay. I wonder if it's true then, because it already kind of sounded like it wasn't.
I don't want you to go.
I have to, Kat. I can't ignore this.
But now I realize these two were not the same person then. Because I kind of confused him with the other guy. But maybe they're like brothers or something. I don't know.
But I did know my mother. She worked in a pleasure house. She was granted more freedom than most because of who she was.
Oh.
And because rich men paid more to fuck a woman with silver hair.
Ah.
She used to tell me I was no different to her brother's boys, Viserys and Daemon. But I was ashamed of her. I tried to make my way with my own hands. I could not protect you. I could not keep our girl alive.
The daughter is dead? Oh, I didn't know.
We would never want again. If I claimed a dragon, they'd make you a lady.
I do not care to be a lady, Hugh. And neither do I want to be a widow.
I have to do something.
Okay, so he's going. Cool. These random people all have silver hair coming together. Probably all family. It's kind of funny. Also, Alicent is wearing blue. For the first time since that one time at Rhaenyra's wedding, I think. So that means something. She's really done with it all. I mean, look at her walk through the Twilight Fields, looking for inner peace. Oh. I sometimes just feel really bad for Alicent. Like, she has really just been manipulated by her father. And now she's in this situation and... People were posting pictures of like young Alicent last week and they were like, look at how happy she was. The way she was just always smiling and yeah, it's sad. She's just taking a nice holiday. Oh, whoa, that's a lot. But I also feel like when they see the first one like not succeed and die, then a lot of them are gonna be like, yeah, never mind.
Belazma, Stefandar, Zeldrizo Anukarist.
Ziris aldriza exio istosao, sesir bonidao.
Jaihosa, Ponte Lovileda.
Ao ponte aolo vileda. Zaldrizesi voskizisi.
Oh, the dragons are scared.
Volaro tintriti sitnit giapot mentani sosidao. Il voletir vakejot rakilos dao.
Okay, the dragon masters are mad. Shit. But at the same time, I'm like, come with a solution yourself then. Like, she's literally doing anything she can. Sure, sit there and lose the war and die. And then bringing in some bastards, is this bad?
Each of you has left behind a life to answer this call. If you survive, you will be transformed. Some of you may welcome the prospect of change, even death. With these 2 dragons added, the enemy will have no choice but to give way.
So this is only about 2 dragons then?
The dragon, named Vermithor,
I thought so.
the largest in the world, after Vhagar. Perhaps the most fierce.
Everyone's like...
He's called the Bronze Fury. We'll go to him now.
This is like a school trip or something, and Rhaenyra's like the person who's like leading them around. It's like, hello, welcome to Dragonstone. We will go to Vermithor now. I love it when the subs are covered and I can still understand them. 1 year of Duolingo. Vermithor's like, hell nah. Oh, see something move in this darkness. Oh, I see a face. Hi guys. I would feel pretty shy if I was Vermithor. Suddenly a room full of people just looking at you. Oh, what a cutie. He has like the teeth like my cat. Aww. I know he's gonna kill people after this, but this is pretty cute. This shot.
Who among you would be first?
This is like the moment in class when a teacher asks a question and you're like, first one's gonna die, I know it.
I have nothing more to tell you. It must be the dragon who speaks.
Oh, and they're just walking away? Oh, safer place. The rest should back off a bit, I think. It's like Jurassic Park here. The sounds, man. Vorwerk seems pretty calm, but yeah, it was the same with Sea Smoke earlier. But don't let him sense your fear! Oh my god! They're just all burning now! What the hell? Sorry, but this was a real weird way to approach this, wasn't it? Maybe you should have like sent them in one by one, maybe? Because what the hell? Or let Vorwerk choose, just like Sea Smoke did. I know it doesn't really work like that, but it did work with Sea Smoke. But then again, I think it was mostly because he was still looking for Laner. Oh, he's still there. Oh, what if he makes it? I mean, I have been saying it since the moment I found out this was their plan. Oh, and there's like more of them still there, so I think that was just Rhaenyra's plan, to see what happens, and if Vorwerk chooses someone himself, maybe, I don't know. Damn, Vorwerk really is on a killing spree. He's like, nah, what did you do? When I said he was cute, I knew it was gonna go wrong right after, and I was still like, but he looks so cute. My mistake. Well, Vorwerk is getting fat today. Yeah, no fear. Good. Now I finally see what it looks like down there, because I had no idea. It was just like a black pit of darkness, you know. Couldn't they have taught them a little High Valyrian? Just like the basic words you need for a dragon? Like the Hydus and stuff like that? I knew it had to be one of the people we were following already. Because now I also finally understand why we were following them. It had like multiple reasons, but I think this was the biggest one. Because this was gonna happen. Now he looks cute again. Cool. Chills. And they got Vorwerk a rider. But there's another dragon, right? Is that gonna be him then? I guess in the end the approach did work. I suppose Rhaenyra just knew most of them were gonna die and this was the only chance. But it would have been a bit more people-friendly if she had just sent them in one by one, I think. But I don't know if this would have happened then. Because of course everyone who approaches them is scared. They've never seen a dragon up close. Oh, I think there's a dragon, yeah. So this was their way of, like, getting a rider. Oh, eggs! Oh, don't think the dragon is gonna like that. Deadly school trip this is. Oh, he just wants to play. He's like, you my new human. Play that. Oh, Silverwing. Because Rhaenyra was only speaking of Vorwerk. I was like, there has to be another one. Silverwing is also pretty big. I think they're just in need of some like human connection, you know? Just like Sea Smoke was getting lonely. I love this episode.
Prince Darren's dragon Tessarion has at last taken to wing.
Are we finally gonna see him?
Expects to join the fight soon.
Nice.
The High Tower host will be unstoppable.
What's going on? There is a dragon? Is it Sea Smoke? Oh, that is Silverwing. Oh, now we see him in daylight. Or her, I don't know. Whoa, what the fuck, he did it! He's gonna show his friends that he got the dragon. Whoa. But is this the smartest thing to do? They're gonna shoot you. Eamon is not liking this. Wait, is he gonna like pledge alliance to them now? Ooh, but that was not part of the plan. That would mean they'd lose a dragon to Team Green now. Absolutely loving this episode. It's a great one after two like less good ones. Not this time, Vhagar. Stop murdering. Sometimes I wonder if Eamon is even in control of Vhagar. He's in Dragonstone! Yeah, Rhaenyra's angry. Like, the guy and the dragon who literally killed her son and Rhaenys is right there. That was a good episode. I already saw that it was rated higher than a 9, so I was like, I'm expecting some good things now, but whew. I do sort of feel like that they're really stretching everything out so much. As in, they talked about doing this, as in getting more dragon riders from like other families. Well, of course, they tried that in the previous episode, and then we had the whole thing with Adam, of course. But then only an episode later, at the end of that episode, it finally happens, you know. It's not bothering me too much because I still think all the episodes were like, at least they had interesting parts up to now. Like, of course, there were some a little less exciting, but for the rest, I had fun watching all of them. But that does mean that, like, we see so little every episode. Like, some exciting things happen and they spread them out over so many episodes. And I don't know, I just felt like we have one episode left now. And when the season started, I felt like we'd be way further into this war already by the end of this season. I mean, in some way I'm like, we're getting more seasons this way. That's nice. But we have to wait for a new season 2 years every time. At least I think so, because now we waited 2 years. Yeah, they're just stretching it so much. But like I said, I'm not like hating on it or anything. I'm like okay with it, but I just wish we'd see a little bit more each episode. And now this episode, it's like, okay, the thing they've been talking about like 2 episodes back is finally happening, you know? But yeah, every time at the end, it just ends on sort of a cliffhanger. And then I'm like, oh, but now I want to see more, you know? And that's every episode. And then the new episode starts and it's just like for, yeah, the beginning of the episode, like, yeah, sure, you know? And then at the end, it's the same thing again. Only next week, that's the last episode. And that's making me so sad. I remember when season 1 came out, damn, that feels like another lifetime, honestly. And just to get back into that hype when season 2 starts, and then it to already be almost over, feels insane. So first we have the confrontation with Rhaenyra and Adam. I mean, I guess it did kind of go how I thought it would go, because, I mean, this is what she wanted. She wanted riders for dragons. And I sort of always forget how big of a deal it is when someone is a bastard in this universe. As in, you're basically worth less than just like other commoners. You're just like the lowest of the lowest. I don't know, it just like from the moment I watched Game of Thrones, it has just felt really unfair, because it's just like, people don't choose who they're born as. They literally have no power over that. And then there's like, yeah, these highborn people who just like go fuck around and make a lot of bastards. And then, for example, we've seen the bastards of Aegon one time, like in the children's fighting pit. And like, you're putting these bastards on the world just for like one pleasure for yourself. And then they have like a miserable life the rest of their lives. I mean, as you saw with these bastards, they made a nice life for themselves in the end, so that's nice. But yeah, I just always kind of forget that it is such a big deal when someone is a bastard. Like, I know it's not really accepted and all, but when they were like, yeah, we should try to let them ride the dragons, I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. But yeah, even the dragon masters, if you call them like that, or trainers, even they were like, yeah, no way, we're leaving. And I'm like, where are you gonna find a job, you know? All the dragons are Dragonstone. Maybe they can try to go to King's Landing, but, you know. But yeah, I didn't fully agree with what Rhaenyra did. As in, these people are here to maybe sacrifice their lives for you. And of course, they knew what they were getting into, but I don't know, it felt kind of unfair that she didn't even warn the other people, like, hey, you gotta stand back a bit, one at a time, or whatever. Like, in the end, what she did, it worked, and there are 2 riders, and I think they already sort of calculated that the rest was gonna die. But I'm still like, these people are here to help you, and this is kind of how you treat them, and I don't know, I didn't fully agree with it. But yeah, I guess I'm glad it worked out in the end. I mean, Vermithor could have killed them all, and now they did have 2 riders. And it were the exact 2 people where I was talking about from the start, like, oh, maybe they're gonna be the new dragon riders. The thing is, I actually thought they were the same person for a while, but now there was 2. We really saw 2 with 2 different dragons. So yeah, it's kind of what I said in an earlier episode, like it's probably gonna be them then. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to see how that's gonna turn out. The way I was talking about the confrontation between Rhaenyra and Adam, and I completely went to that, but I guess I discussed that already then. Yeah, actually from the beginning I already thought the storyline from Adam and Ellen was pretty interesting. Only in the beginning I didn't notice that they were the bastards of Corlys yet, but the moment I figured it out, I was like, yeah, I want to see more of them. It's just super interesting to me to see that, yeah, kind of how they live, and you know, it's just an interesting storyline, and especially now that Adam has a dragon, you know. Yeah, of course we saw Alicent take a little holiday. Felt like she needed that. To be fair, seeing her dressed in blue instead of green, because blue is a color she used to wear when she was younger. But from the moment she made that statement when Otto Hightower was fired as Hand the first time, I feel like she's never worn anything else than green again. So I feel like this was the first time. And I kind of think like, yeah, she's done with all this shit, but I know she's gonna return. Alicent is not just gonna leave, you know, but yeah, I guess she just needed a little holiday this episode. And honestly, who's gonna stop her? Her own son literally fired her. Like, yeah, sure, go figure it out yourself then. Daemon's storyline, I don't know. I guess something finally happened though, but I don't know. I just don't like Daemon this season. Honestly, I also didn't like him in the first season, but I also did. It was just sort of like this character who you hate but also love, and he did terrible stuff, like he murdered his wife and all, and yeah, he just did terrible stuff, you know. Groomed his niece, but still, it's like Daemon Targaryen. Like, let this be clear, again, for the people who don't understand this, I'm talking about a fictional character now. If this was a real-life man, I don't think I'd be talking about him that way. But for story arcs, it's just a really interesting character, and he makes for interesting stories, and that's why you also like him. The thing is, he's not really making for any interesting stories this season. So now I'm just like, damn, he really is an asshole, huh? And now his cruelties cost, like, the other guy his head. Yeah, that was the guy who was also like in season 1 when he was younger. I think it was really fun that they brought him back like that, and that we got to see more of him. But yeah, in the end it was pretty unfair. Like, or it was fair maybe, because they had this beef with House Bracken. So in the end he did cause a lot of cruelties, but at the same time I'm like, Daemon was okay with that. He in the end did it himself. So okay, maybe he did deserve to die, or at least be punished for what he did. But it's just a bit hypocrite from Daemon to be like, yeah, okay, he dies then. Of course he's doing it for the greater purpose and all. But yeah, Daemon is just, And just him seeing Viserys again, and Viserys really being like, yeah, you're the one who always wanted it. It just really shows that Daemon has always done everything in his own interest. And yeah, I don't know. Just kind of done with him, you know? Like, in season 1, I could still kind of look past the stuff he did just because he made for an interesting character. But then we start season 2 with, like, child murder and then treating, like, this house so cruel. And just Daemon committing war crimes, as he does, I guess. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Daemon right now. I do hope that he's finally gonna join Rhaenyra again at the end of the season, so next episode. Because I don't feel very satisfied knowing that they left in, I think, episode 2 in a fight, and they've just never seen each other again in this entire season. So I kind of want to know what their, like, relationship is right now, and yeah, also how Daemon is gonna treat this whole thing, because he wants to be king, and he literally said, like, I'm gonna be king, and if Rhaenyra wants, she can join me. So I don't know what he's gonna do, but I guess it's nice that he has, like, bannermen now. Then we had the scene with Jace and Rhaenyra. I sort of want to understand what Jace is saying. It's, of course, like, his whole life people have been whispering, like, behind his back about him and his brothers being bastards. And for Rhaenyra to do this, that would mean something for him, of course. But I'm also like, can't you look at the greater good here? This is maybe your last option. You already tried this with, like, this, yeah, what was he? Leader of the Queen's Guard? What did he say? But, like, Stefan, I think he was called. They already tried it. It didn't work. So this was maybe the last chance, you know? And what else were you gonna do? This is what I mean. Everyone is, like, criticizing what Rhaenyra does. But do you see anyone coming with, like, a good plan of themselves? No. Rhaenyra's literally the only one who's coming with ideas. And then everyone's like, no, you shouldn't do this. How dare you? Like, come up with something yourself. Yeah, I think the rest of the episode was mostly about the Targaryen bastards who tried to tame the dragons. And Eamon being there in the end. So I'm very excited for the season finale next week. Oh my god. People are saying, they were saying all type of dragon slurs to Vhagar. I can just imagine the dragon standing there being like, you bitch, how dare you? That's funny. Ulf pulling up in King's Landing on his new ride. Yeah, when he got really nervous about if he should go and all, I was like, oh, was he just lying? And is he not really a Targaryen bastard? And is it just to get those free drinks and all? In the end, he's the one who did it. So, I mean, I would also go to King's Landing and show off my new ride to my friends, you know? But yeah, now that I have in my head, oh yeah, Vhagar turned around because they were standing there and that look of Rhaenyra at Aemond. Yeah, it's nice to just have a good episode again. And the ending, again, just really cool. I loved it. Also, people are saying that the Oscar guy, Oscar Tully, he has the same vibes as, what was she called? Bella Ramsey in Game of Thrones. Oh, what was her name again? Lyanna Mormont, of course. Damn, how could I forget that? Yeah, they were having sort of the same vibe. Just really young rulers who are not afraid to say something. I really liked Oscar, which I didn't expect, because when we saw him before talking to Daemon, he was just talking about his sick grandpa and all. And I don't know, he just kind of looked like a scared child. And now he was the Lord. And I was instantly okay, damn boy, you go. That was, pretty nice to see that he took that role so well. And that he didn't just do what Daemon said. No, he was no, we first need justice for them. And he didn't just accept that. And also when Daemon said, it's king, not prince, the way he just walked up to him was damn, okay. Anyway, I'm really excited for the finale next week. And like I said, if you want early access, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. And you can get the early access tier there. Or you can get the uncut reaction tier and also see my full reaction to this episode and the other episodes. And of course, next week's episode. Check it out if you're interested. And then I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. And then I really hope to see you back next week at the finale. Bye.